Um, he's a medical examiner, so you can perhaps see why he would have these murder mysteries, right?
Yeah, sure.
But Murder, She Wrote. She's writing murder mystery books,
Uh-huh.
but we love Murder, She Wrote.
We love Jessica Fletcher. It makes me happy. And when we would visit my grandfather, he only had a couple channels, old TV, but TV Land, of course. So
Love
we'd play
TV Land.
Bewitched and Gilligan's Island and Matlock and Murder, She Wrote.
Okay, Gilligan's Island, even as a child, I had to put it aside because I'm like, this tour is too long that they're going to.
It's too long.
And then just when they would get, and here's my question, even when I was young, my question, you all are inventing all of this stuff, but you can't get off this island.
We're just gonna invent radios, but let's forget the boat for now. Let's not leave.
I'm like, come on, Professor. And then we would watch Barney B. Jones.
Okay, yes.
Mannix.
Okay.
Beretta.
Oh.
And then of course, I was only able to watch it in reruns, but one of my favorite Western series was Maverick with James Garner.
Did not watch Maverick.
Oh, you should watch Maverick.
Maverick with the Tom Cruise?
No.
TV
show. Western.
Maverick with James Garner. And so they were the Mavericks.
Okay.
And you had Brett, Bo. I think Bo. You had Beauregard. Actually,
okay, that's a cute name.
Roger Moore.
Okay.
He played in it. I want to say he played as a cousin, or he may have been a brother. But you had all of these brothers.
Sure. In this westerny, old school TV Land.
And their father, they just called him Pappy.
Okay.
And he would instill in his sons these sayings, right?
Okay.
And so Brett and his brother, they didn't have a regular job. They would just play poker.
Okay.
And they would say, as my old pappy would say, we don't gamble, we play poker.
That's good. Yeah.
Poker is not gambling. Sure. But oh my gosh, they had some great westerns. I wasn't a big fan of Bat Masterson though, or Wyatt Earp.
Okay. Wyatt Earp, that's like the good cop or the small town, good old, yeah.
And then Cheyenne.
Cheyenne, okay. No Wyatt Earp, I don't know Cheyenne. Okay.
I wasn't a big fan of Wagon Train.
Okay. Judge, I still have to watch, by the way, that 4-hour, was it Once Upon a Time in the
Once Upon a Time in the West.
I'm telling you, it's still on the list. I saw it again this weekend.
Let me just tell you, the top Westerns, at least 2 of all time. Once Upon a Time in the West. And I know people like the one that Clint Eastwood
Good,
did.
Bad, Ugly, Fistful of Dollars.
Well, those are great Westerns.
Yeah.
But they're not top of the list.
Okay.
Top of the list, Once Upon a Time in the West.
On the list.
And Tombstone. I would give Tombstone its due.
I really feel like I've seen Tombstone, Judge.
Val Kilmer. Val Kilmer
I need to Google this.
Is one of the best Doc Hollidays. The other best Doc Holliday was the Doc Holliday who starred in the series on Star Trek, the original Star Trek.
Judge, Tombstone was 93.
Oh, you have to watch Tombstone.
Was Unforgiven 92?
It was I think it was before Tombstone. And see, I know people think Unforgiven is a great Western, but for some reason, I could not get through that.
Okay, I've seen Unforgiven 92. I have not seen Tombstone.
Oh my gosh, we need to get rid of you. You shouldn't be in this court. If you said that, what? But Sean, have you seen Tombstone with Val Kilmer?
You talking to Ray? Sean, have you seen it?
I don't know.
Oh,
all right. That means she hasn't.
I really like Val Kilmer, and I've seen a lot of
Let me just tell you. I was introduced to Val Kilmer when he was playing as an intelligence student and they were scientists or whatever. Val Kilmer deserved an Oscar for Tombstone.
It's on the list. Now,
I don't know if he received it, but he deserved it.
Now, see, Vashon also hasn't seen it. So, and Vashon told me, she said, if Judge kicks you out, I'm going with you. So if you kick me out, Judge,
we're going to see that in writing.
Well,
Raymond, have you seen Tombstone?
I have not, no.
Oh my gosh.
I'm
Yep.
curious, was he the lead actor or like the supporting actor? He should get an Oscar for.
Well, you know what? Actually, I think there was more than one lead. You would consider it more than one lead actor because you even had Kurt Russell in it.
Okay,
I mean, that was just a great movie from beginning to end.
okay, I'll take that. It's on the, well. Once Upon a Time is still number one on my list. Like,
So you have
speaking,
to.
I'm like,
And
I have to watch this.
somebody, the other Western that people think is great that I'm like, High Noon, I'm like, yeah, no.
It was okay. I have seen High Noon.
I think the man who shot Liberty Vance,
Yeah.
is it Liberty Vance? I think.
Uh-huh.
All right. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Liberty Valance. I didn't feel that.
Who's Vance? Oh, that's a Legend of Bagger Vance.
Yeah,
That's a golf movie, yeah, not exactly a Western.
But the man who shot Liberty Valance, the only reason why I think people love that, and here's me giving away a spoiler, because John Wayne is in it, and John Wayne plays a bad guy.
Which is cool.
And the person who shot Liberty Valance, accidental. All right, everyone, I'm gonna call the docket. Ooh, is everybody in custody, Deputy Laura? Christopher Morrison? Thank you. And custody is Cristobal Gomez, Liro Labardo, Veronica Gonzalez, custody, Umberto Casares, custody, Jean Maracama, custody, Delia Ochoa, custody. All right, Deputy Laura, we'll wait for the attorneys to appear and see where we are.
Did yours say deliberations?
All right. All right. So jurors are here, they're deliberating. They don't have their phones.
Amazing. Thank you.
Yeah, sure. All right, so the name, the movie? Oh, Once Upon a Time in the West. Tombstone. Have you seen Tombstone? Oh, you have to watch Tombstone. No, Tombstone is the one with Val Kilmer. Other people say Unforgiven is great. I couldn't get through it. I don't know why. And High Noon, couldn't get through it. I was just like, I love movies, but now I have to be very strategic with what I watch because I'm in the twilight of my life. All right, so this is what's called an affidavit to surrender surety. So what that is, a bondsman, when people are charged with cases, sometimes they pay a bondsman to get them out of jail. So for example, let's say someone has a bond that's $10,000. Sometimes the bondsman will say, okay, if you give me $100 or if you give me $1,000, I'll get you out of jail. So the bondsman pays it, and then that person who's bonded out, usually the bondsman will put them on installment plan payments. They have a contract with the bondsman. It's just 4 corners of the document, and the bondsman will tell them what they expect of them for them to loan them the money to get out of jail, right? And sometimes the bondsman will say, I want you to report to my office every day or call in every day. And of course, you have to show up to your court dates. Well, sometimes I'll receive that affidavit to surrender surety. The bondsman wants to get off a person's bond. They are saying that this person is violating their contract, or that the person's not showing up to meet with them. And usually they'll put in there that they can't be certain that that person would show up for court. Now, when a bondsman wants to get out of a bond, they have to notify that person's attorney, and that attorney has a chance to challenge, what the bondsman is saying. Usually what ends up happening is sometimes the person forgot to call the bondsman, or they're just thinking, I'm out, I don't have to do any of this. And 9 times out of 10, what ends up happening is that person will get on the phone, call the bondsman, and the bondsman will say, okay, I'm going to withdraw it and ask the judge not to sign it. Now, on cases like that, I can just read it, sign it. That means a warrant will be issued for their arrest.
Jason.
But usually what I will do is I'll send an email to the defense attorney to let them know, hey, I know the bondsman is saying they sent you this document telling you that they want to get off your client's bond, but do you want a hearing? So that they'll know. Because sometimes those are sent to attorneys through email or by fax. And if you can imagine, attorneys who practice criminal law, they get hundreds upon hundreds of emails, and sometimes the email goes into spam. Even with faxes, they get hundreds of faxes and hundreds of spam, and sometimes they get lost in the paper. So even though the bondsman sent it to them and they can show you, here's the email, this is where I sent it, sometimes the attorney hasn't actually seen it. So I always will send an email to the attorney to let them know that the bondsman wants off the bond. And then they'll call their client, and then usually the client will call the bondsman. I'm sorry for not, doing what I'm supposed to do. Please give me another chance. All right, we have two questions. Where's the defense attorney? Yes, please. So, in this case, the jury is out deliberating. When a jury is deliberating, nobody's allowed to talk to them. If they have questions, they have to put it in writing. So, and then what ends up happening when they put questions in writing, of course, the state and the defense get a chance to see what the question is, and they get a chance to see if they have any objections or suggestions to what they think the answer should be. So when they send this, I don't get to just say, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to the state of the defense. This is the answer to the question. We put everything on the record, and okay. And so what ends up happening is then the written answer will go back. State. And there's one question that the state and the defense, we already discussed. That's the second question in your hand.
This one?
Yes, so you all can see, I've already stapled the
Okay,
answer.
that's one that was discussed yesterday.
Mhm. So what the juror is asking for, they're asking for some evidence. Maria, do you have the exhibits for that GPS mapping? What was the state, do you know the exhibit number for, I think they,
I can find it right now. The left one.
yes. So there is some evidence that they're requesting be sent back to them. All right, and then this one. So, thank you. No, it's the one with the map. I think that's what they're asking for. All right, and let me see the,
Yeah, that's 111 through.
all right, let me see the question again.
I'm almost positive that they'll ask for all of that.
Yeah. Yes. Here you go.
Thank you, Judge. I'm sorry to have reception downstairs
No
in the
problem.
basement.
Thank you. And this is Laura Metzel. She's in intake, and sometimes she'll bring things for me to sign.
And Norma, that's the one that you had emailed.
Okay,
me
so
about.
this is
Oh,
this
okay.
one.
Yeah.
So she's asking
Okay,
that
I'm gonna
this
take it
be
to the back so they
dismissed
can
because
process
he
it, and
was
I'll take it
convicted
to
in
my-
another case.
Yeah, of
And
course.
usually, these cases will be dismissed. Sometimes if a person has been sent to prison,
Yeah.
Thank you.
Ma'am.
All right, so parties, have you had a chance to review?
Yes, Your Honor.
Judge, no, we're still reviewing it.
Okay.
Right.
All right, we're gonna go on the record. Court is calling 2022 CR 11862, State of Texas versus Alexander Castro. Can I have parties announced for the record for the state, for the defense? All right. The court has received 2 questions from the jurors. State defense, have you had an opportunity to review the questions?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, and with regards to the first question, could we be provided the evidence of the GPS log with the timestamps? The court has attached States Exhibits 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 118, 119, and 120 as the answer. Any objection, state?
No, Your Honor.
Defense, any objection?
No, Judge.
The second question is, the jury is in disagreement about whether Officer Zapata said that it is atypical to grant probation in a case like this. We are requesting that particular excerpt of the court reporter's transcripts. Thank you. Have both parties had a chance to review the court's answer to that question? State,
Yes, Your Honor.
defense,
Yes, Judge.
any objection to the answer that is attached to that question? State,
The answer is no, Your Honor. I guess there's 2 answers.
2 answers,
Just
yes.
making sure. Thank you, Judge.
any objection?
No objection.
Defense, any objection? Any objection to the court sending the answers back to the jurors?
No objection to the state.
All right, thank you. All right, we're off the record. So with regard to this affidavit to of surety to surrender, the defense attorney is going to be emailed. They'll email their client and I'll make a decision on this today. So anything that comes in my box, I make a decision before close of business day. This one, this is the defense asking for recovery of investigator expenses. So whenever you have a defendant who has a court-appointed attorney, that means that they're indigent. That means they can't afford certain things. For example, if they need somebody to investigate certain things, they don't have any money to pay an investigator. So an investigator is appointed on their case, and the defense attorney will tell the investigator certain things that they need done, and the investigator will go do it. Sometimes it's, there's a material witness. You know, the defense attorney is like, I can't go out and find this person. I don't have time to find this person. I don't have the equipment to find this person. Because usually investigators, they have special computer programs that they paid for where they can do searches to try to find somebody if they're in the state of Texas, if they're outside the state of Texas. So what defense attorneys will do, they'll come to the court and say, I need an investigator and this is what I expect the cost will be. I normally sign those because I don't know anything about the defense's case. Defense attorneys know what funds they need in order to successfully or fairly represent their client. So I'll sign it. And then once the case is concluded and that person has done their work, they'll send me a notice like this saying, hey, can you please play the investigator? So the investigator is not paid up front. Normally, when you have a client,
No, it's
a
okay.
retained
It's no
client?
worries. They're all on-
Sometimes the investigator's on retainer, or sometimes the investigator is paid up front. Like the investigator says, hey, it's gonna cost me $2,500 to do this.
Great
And then the client will just
Yeah,
give the
sorry.
investigator a check or a credit card for $2,500. Okay, go do the work. So, but when they're appointed, they have to do the work prior. And then I review it. And if it's all in place, then it's done. Hello,
Hey, Judge,
hi,
mind if we briefly approach?
sure.
His client's not here yet. They would be in the box otherwise, but this was just a quick reset from yesterday, Your Honor.
Is that,
Cáceres.
Cáceres? Yes.
Humberto Cáceres, Judge.
All right. Oh, he's, yes.
Yes, Your Honor. So otherwise he'd be in the box. I just wanted to let council know, the main issue was an element of discovery that council now has in their
Oh,
possession.
he's here. They'll bring him out.
Okay. Okay, we can wait for him.
Yes.
Done.
It's a Spanish speaker, so.
All right, so they'll bring him out and then we'll have a Spanish speaker come.
Okay.
You need an interpreter, Judge?
Yes, but their client is in custody, so they're gonna bring him out.
And this will just be to get a setting, Your Honor.
Yes.
So I'm gonna call them right now to come, so the time they come, hopefully you'll be out.
All right, thank you. And that's the other thing. If there is a defendant who wishes to speak to the court in a language other than English, they need to be provided with an interpreter. And even if the attorney is hired, we will still provide an interpreter. And sometimes it's hard to find an interpreter because we have a limited number of interpreters. And anything that's not a European language, they call those exotic languages, right? So it's hard to find an interpreter for that. If your client speaks Spanish, French, Italian, normally all the interpreters that we have upstairs in the building, they all at least speak all three of those languages. But then you may have somebody who speaks some of the African languages. We have to get on the phone and, you know, that phone call goes to through different systems to interpreters all over. And we can find an interpreter that way. Sometimes people speak, I think we had somebody who was speaking Mandarin. People upstairs normally don't speak Mandarin, so you have to find someone to do that. So that's what happens. You can't have a proceeding if the person doesn't understand, and all proceedings must be in English. Yeah. If you have any questions, let me know. And let me know if I'm giving you too much information. I know I'm hitting you with a lot. Okay. All right. And okay. Yeah. All right. But yeah, step down and see what they're talking about. Raymond Zach, our intern, is going to come and see what you guys are talking about.
Do it.
Thirty miles an hour over the speed. Driver safety classes, whatever. Deferred, that means that not getting a conviction. I probably shouldn't be speaking for the next 8 months. It's no different. Really, so you have to have aggravated some weapon, some child, anything. So this guy has a mystery. Assault causing bodily injury. That denotes that it's an estimation class. Texas procedure files assault bodily injury. So it's just about 1 year. And since the person back on probation. It's not about 5 years. So never did any of their conditions of probation. All am I gonna have for someone who was both I'm on probation and put them in jail? Because you committed a crime, you were not put in jail, you admitted to it. The judge says, okay, cool. You have an agreement with the state of Texas. That's the time. We're gonna go ahead and get you off probation. You didn't comply. It's no different than getting put on probation for like speeding, and then the next day speeding even faster. Because they give you a chance. You decided not to, he observed 5 years ago. Something from probation has to show up. Fees, classes, all that stuff. He faced did nothing. It's like, okay, great, you didn't do anything, I don't care. You did the crime and now it's somebody who's trying to prove it's fun. So, coming serious, this is pretty actually, this probably is the lowest level case you've seen. All your time, because these are, this is felony court. Every case that comes to the court is a district. County court, district, you could replace the district. Is a felony. This, we plug this out to this. The law allows us to. So if I want to go, say I'm gonna kill you. I have problems proving it or a witness is not gonna help us out. I complete that with this. So I get something on the list, but it's not what I want. And this is probably what happened. This one probably. If he and his pregnant girlfriend, that's a felony. But let's say I can't prove she's pregnant. Well, let's make it. I get something. And I get some form of justice, but it's not what I want. And here, that's probably what happened. Like I said, district. Felony judge. This guy did nothing. That's that. You'll be brought out. On the box.
Oh, he's right there.
Estamos esperando en casa de ese lado.
Okay, so. No.
Hello, Mr. De Leon.
What time is the jury coming up, Judge?
Well, we're still in the jury trial.
It's all right, they're in the back. Courtroom's empty. Okie dokie, I'll be here.
Thank you.
I don't know why. No, this one was, yeah, no, that's usually how it was. So we have a special. So what happened was, set the money at 6, we have to transfer over to like 7.
Okay, then. What's the case?
He must have found it.
Oh, that one hasn't been transferred from the 186. I can't set it. Is it have to be? Right, correct.
Yeah.
Sarah told me she transferred it. She sent the transfer paperwork. Now whether the DA's office transfers it over to us, whoever does the transfer. I have to wait, you have to wait till it actually says 186. I can't say it set it since it says
I kid.
I'm full of jokes on
All right, could I see the file on Umberto Consulos, please?
Estas son todas las grabaciones de Hudson entre usted y su hijo. Tengo que revisar primero.
All right. So this case has the immigration issues been addressed?
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
I've discussed it with Mr. Tellis, Judge. And since I do immigration, he and I know what to discuss, and I've discussed it with Mr. Cáceres as well.
All right, and then I know that you all said a disc was being tendered to you today.
I have it in my hand, Judge.
All right, and what is the disc?
The disc is jail calls. We had no issue with discovery with respect to the instant offense. The state was made aware of additional things. We've gone ahead and provided that on a disc to counsel. And then I believe, yeah, we were already in great shape, and this is just additional thing we disclosed.
All right, and Mr. Cáceres, how old are you?
52.
All right, he wanted to answer me in English. Let's not do that. All right, so here is the court's question. State, did you tender an offer?
We have.
All right, so there's going to be a quick turnaround, counsel, for a plea deadline date.
That's correct, Your Honor, and I have no objection to that, Your Honor. The only issue that came out the last minute was the Joe phone calls, and that's the only thing I need to review. And we can probably work, we've got a tentative offer from the state, and I've conveyed that to Mr. Cáceres, but I want to review the conversations first, Judge.
How much time are you asking for?
Judge, a week, no more than a week, Judge.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, can you recall this for August 15th?
That's fine, Judge.
All right, your plea deadline is going to be August 15th. The court will not entertain any further extensions of the plea deadline date without good cause.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, is there anything else?
No, Judge.
No, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Be excused, Judge.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you.
you. You're welcome. Excuse me, Mr. Valdez? And state, can you make sure that an acknowledgement of discovery is done?
Sure, yeah,
All right.
absolutely.
So once you sign the acknowledgement of discovery, you're excused.
Well, sorry. There's one. The attorney asked me this motion for which was yeah, that's fine. Okay, thank you.
Yes. Yes. Mhm. Well, and that's another thing. If you're interested in becoming an interpreter, of course, you're probably going to need to speak more than just Spanish. You'll need to speak at least French, Italian. But if you want to shadow one of the interpreters, just let me know. It's when I went to graduate school and law school, there were so many people from the Middle East. They spoke no less than 6 languages. And I was just like, oh my gosh, that would be so nice to do. And it was just amazing. But I will tell you, of all the languages that I've tried to learn a little bit of, just to get me by if I happen to be in the area, the hardest has been Navajo. And it's something about the way you need to shape your mouth to speak the syllables. It's very hard. And I haven't tried Mandarin, by the way, but people tell me Mandarin is hard. Yeah, but I will tell you, in undergrad, I had 3 friends who spoke Russian. And they just did it as a second language. So, I mean, it's something to think about. Oh, I will tell you, now's the time for you to figure out if you can learn different languages. And just start practicing. Mhm. Mhm.
Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate it.
Well, and you know what the funny thing about it is? There are two, like I love travel. So if anyone has a YouTube channel that's related to travel, I'll always subscribe to their channel. So there is one YouTube channel, her name is Sunday Love, Sundai Love. She actually lives in Japan. She was on America's Next Top Model. I didn't know it. I just, whenever I will subscribe to a YouTube channel, they'll of course pop up different things for me to subscribe to. So she lives in Japan and it has made me really want to visit Japan. Yes. Mhm. But yeah, she takes you on different places that she's visited. And I really admire her because she went over there and she said, I've never owned a home before, but she went over there and she bought a property and she's setting it up, I think as an Airbnb or something. But I think she said it's in Sheba. I could be wrong. Yeah, but I watch her and there's another lady, it's called Janice in France. And she's 70 and she just up and moved to France. And she lives in Fontainebleau. And so she'll tell you how she did it. And then there's another guy, I can't think of his name, but he lives in Paris. And he's talking about the skyrocketing prices. But he took his citizenship over there and he passed. And he's like, oh, I got a chance to vote in my first French election as an American citizen. And then there is another person that I'm looking at, and they have a chateau and they're building this chateau back up, renovating it. I love those type of things. I just love seeing people travel. And there's this one group, it's a husband and wife team. Their channel is called Turn It Up. And they live in an RV or whatever, and they just travel around all parts of the United States in a camper van. And then they went to Japan in a camper van. And I'm just like, wow, how do you drive doing that? And then I watch Nate and Cara, and they're just 100% traveling. And there's a certain way they said you have to do it for tax purposes, but they spend some time here, then they go, all over these different places. It's just beautiful. I love travel when I get the chance, experience different things. Mhm. Oh, wow.
Whoever. Tomorrow, the underlying. Except for the.
Well, I will tell you, Sunday Love, she does a lot of ramen. And she's like, I need to not eat so much ramen, but oh my gosh, it looks so good. But yeah, if you get a chance, you should subscribe to her channel. She posts something probably about, I don't know, once every 3 weeks. And the other person I watch is Megan Moon. She lives in Korea and she speaks Korean fluently. And she said she learned it through Rosetta Stone. The first one is Sunday Love, Sundai, last name Love. And the next one is Megan Moon, Meganmoon. And she used to live in New York, but she moved to Korea. I think she's a citizen there now. She's married, but she'll show you different things about Korea. And she says she used Rosetta Stone, and that Rosetta Stone now has a deal where if I don't know if it's $300 or whatever it is, you get the entire library and you can learn whatever language you want to learn. And then the other lady, I love her because she's 70 and she just upped and moved that's Janice in France. And she just upped and moved to Paris. And she's like, I'm 70 and I did it. And I just love it.
That's the 99716.
Who's here on Delia Ochoa?
Did I send you a text message?
This year.
Oh, your text message just came through. All right, Norma, on Kimberly Bush.
Just give me 1 second, Judge. I'm gonna send you the last message she sent me. I'm trying to get all the messages.
Okay.
One more. I just sent it.
Okay.
That was my conversation with her.
Okay. So, yeah, those are great. Yes. And I am telling you, now some people that I watch, where a guy goes around and speaks to people on the street in Japan. And they were saying, no, you don't learn Japanese by being in school. They said you have to watch anime. They're like, if you watch anime, you'll learn it. And I'm just like, how do you just do it? But they said if you watch anime, you'll see the way they form their mouth to say the words. And then, but I love it. Because of anime. See, I guess I need to start watching anime and just listen. Yeah, that is so awesome. I always tell them, hey, can we make it just pleasant? Everybody's just copacetic. We're just enjoying the day. But I do want to go there to see the cherry blossoms. The only video I've seen live Sunday was trying to see the cherry blossoms. She's like, we had a heavy rain, cherry blossoms falling off. And I didn't know there were so many shrines in Japan. No. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, wow. See, I believe I would be able to woosah there. Oh, that is so beautiful.
This will show us how to get.
Okay.
That's the one. I sent it.
Okay. Let's see what page she is. All right, Ms. Ochoa, if you'll come down, please. Right, Ms. Ochoa, your attorney had to leave for Montana on an emergency. But he is telling the court that he would be back potentially Friday. I would recall you on Friday, but you know how planes are. Maybe it's gonna come in, maybe it's not. So what I'll do is I'll recall you back for Monday.
Okay,
All right, so we'll bring you back on the 12th and we'll take care of this matter.
okay.
Do you have any questions about anything?
Just, no, I just been sitting waiting. I didn't know, I didn't have no information and stuff.
All right.
I need to go home to my
Well, I'll
mother.
tell you what, we'll make sure that you're back on Monday, and if for some reason your attorney's not here, at that time, if you wish to have another attorney appointed, then the court will entertain that.
Okay,
But he's telling the court that he's coming back on Friday, and we'll bring you back on Monday.
okay.
All right?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for your patience.
Thank you so much.
That David Judge?
Yes. Ms. Abrams, Cho is going to be recalled for Monday, the 12th.
Yeah, absolutely. Heck, yeah.
So yeah, so right now, we're waiting to see if the jury comes up with a verdict. The way the law used to be in Texas, if you had a client who was on trial and the jury couldn't reach an agreement on punishment, you would try the entire case over again. So you would, as a defense attorney, you'd be like, yes, we get another bite at the apple because you can try the entire case again. Well, the law changed. And so now, if for some reason this jury can't come back with a verdict on punishment, the only thing that will be retried will be punishment, nothing else. So because the only thing that will be retried will be punishment, what will end up happening is technically all the evidence will be presented again because you'll have 12 different people and they won't know anything about the case. They'll know that what the person has been convicted of, but they won't know anything else if you don't present the evidence. So it will sort of be a retry of the case, but the only thing the jury would be deciding would be punishment. So this jury has been out since yesterday on punishment, and now they're back deliberating today. And we'll see how long it goes. Oh, as long as they want to take, unless someone asks for a mistrial. And then if someone asks for a mistrial, what ends up happening is, one, the state doesn't ask for it. It's usually the defense that will ask for it. And then what I'll make a decision on is whether or not I'll grant their mistrial. And sometimes what that's based upon, if they say, oh, the jury has been out too long, then in my mind, I'll calculate how much testimony has been given. Have they really been deliberating that long? Normally, if a jury doesn't send out a note saying we can't reach an agreement, then usually in that case, a mistrial will be granted and somebody else will come and consider punishment. But if they send out a note saying that, they'll get back this charge telling them to continue deliberating. So that's the way it goes.
They found, apparently it was found 6 pounds. Yeah. They was, marijuana cigarettes. Allegedly marijuana cigarettes. I think it was cigarettes. CBD.
Well, Deputy Lord, United States women's soccer team in the finals. They're getting a medal. I'm gonna think on it. So Sean, when you get a chance, look up William Hubbard. Hubbard. Middle name Dehart, last name Hubbard. No, it's a historical figure.
He was actually. Obviously not.
He needs to be celebrated. Oh, but Sean, did you hear about this Indian wrestler, female?
Yeah.
She got disqualified from the Olympics because she didn't make weight.
Oh, no.
Oh, but and she was going to be in the gold medal match. So she is now ranked at the bottom. But guess what her country did to help her make weight?
What?
No food or water the night before the match, cut her hair, and drew blood, trying to get her to make weight. And guess what? Didn't make weight. It's hard. But they said her normal weight is 57 kilograms. She did everything to get down to 50 kilograms. She got down to 49.9 kilograms. And then she had a small meal. And they say it bounced back up. That is so sad. So you say making weight is hard. Mhm. 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 Yeah. Mhm. Mhm. So when you're trying to make weight and you're trying to lose the water weight, once they weigh you and you make weight, you can, oh, so you can go back up to your weight once you are weighed. Yeah.
Raymond, nice to meet you. And yeah, like, you're young.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was talking to Jennifer on Friday. I
Through.
think-
Oh, my gosh.
Nice to meet you.
You didn't nominate for You saw how I did it?
Yeah.
I was like.
Be careful, have fun.
Norma Padilla is not on the docket. Oh, I guess this was from yesterday. Oh. Okay. State, could I see the parties on Mr. DeLeon's case in my office, please? Oh, you want to come with us? Oh, not you. I'm sorry, I can't allow that. Hello. Hi, yes.
Yes, I just had a.
There you are. Right. So sometimes, like, for example, that dismissal, that was a dismissal because the state is saying that they've reviewed the case and it shouldn't be filed as a felony, it should be filed as a misdemeanor. So the case is dismissed as a felony, but it's going to be refiled as a misdemeanor and they'll take it up at that time. Now, when I speak to attorneys, if the, just one second, if only one side is present, when I'm speaking with people, that's what's called ex parte. The only time I do ex parte hearing, ex parte communications is if, for example, sometimes the defense will have an expert that they want to review things and they don't want the state to know about it. Now, if they decide that they're going to have that expert as a witness, then what will end up happening is they have to notify the state within a certain amount of time. For example, in this case, we had an incident where the defense then notify the state of their expert witness. That's not fair, right? So I could have said, you know what, I'm not going to let your expert testify. But that's an extreme measure because when you think about it, you have a defendant, their attorney maybe didn't file something timely for the state to have notice. So excluding a witness from testifying, those are always extreme measures. So you always do it incrementally and see if there's a way that it can be corrected so both parties can have a fair trial. Sometimes if it's an expert witness that somebody has been notified, hasn't been notified of, you see if it can be resolved, if you give the counsel who didn't know of the expert witness, if maybe you give them a short continuance to see if they can catch up per se and see whether or not they can talk to that witness, do their own investigation, that type of thing. Normally, the defense does not have to inform in Texas. They don't have to inform the state of who their witnesses are. There's no reciprocal discovery. In some states, they do have reciprocal discoveries. So I think in California, they do. So every witness that the defense is intending to call, they have to let the state know who they're calling. And of course, the state has to let them know who they're calling. Well, in Texas, the defense doesn't have to let the state know who they're calling. The only exception to that rule is if the state files a notice requesting that the defense tell them who their expert witnesses are. So that's that. Yes. And the same thing if the defense wants to know who the state's expert witnesses are. For example, state has to give the defense the list of their witnesses, right? So let's say the state says, I have 20 witnesses. Here's your witness list. Well, you got your witness list. So if the defense doesn't file a motion and say, I want to know who the experts are, then the fact that you have that witness list, that's enough. Now, if the defense says, hey, I want to know who your experts are, then even though the state has given them a list of 20 witnesses, the state will still have to tell them, okay, you have our witness list. There are 20 witnesses on here. Witness 3 and witness 4, they're expert witnesses. And normally people will have hearings or either opposing parts will say, hey, what are they expert in? And they can request things like, I want to see their CV so that they can do their own investigation work and see if this person is in good standing, if they have their licenses, those type of things. All right, I'm gonna take a brief break. All right, we need, oh, the cucumber drink is so good. Yes, Mr. Delia?
No, it's not. It's not good.
Yes. How did you know? Yes, okay. We're gonna have to walk and see.
Judge, I want to give an update to the court.
Yes.
Talk to the prosecution, talk to Ms. Serna, my client, and we are not going to be resolving our case today.
All
So
right.
we're looking to get back on the impact court docket on Monday.
All right. Norma, can I? Sorry, could I see the file on Virginia Cerna? Ms. Cerna, if you'll come down, please. Hello. All right, Ms. Cerna, I am sorry, but we are still in the jury trial, so I can't really do two trials at once. So the earliest we can bring you back is probably August 12th.
Monday?
Yes. So I'm gonna put you down for Monday and we'll make sure that your case goes. Okay. And what we'll do, Mr. DeLeon, we'll send it to impact court.
Okay.
Ms. Ferguson, is for some reason, impact court doesn't take them or it doesn't go in impact court, we'll bring you back up here and we'll take it.
Okay.
All right. All right. Thank you so much for your patience. I try to move cases as well, yes, because I want both sides. Well, move it fast, but make sure that everybody has their discovery because I want everybody to have a fair trial. So believe it or not, there are cases that are older than yours. That's why they went first. So I'm trying to work through the cases that I had previously from previous administrations as quickly as possible. And then there are some cases that I have sent to me that are from other courts. So I'm trying to get you your trial as quickly as I can. All right, so we'll bring you back. And Mr. DeLeon, on this case, did you all do an acknowledgement of discovery? All right, so if
We do.
all right, so if you all are to sign the acknowledgement of discovery, do you have any questions about anything?
No, I just want to get it done with. I miss my nursing degree.
Okay,
Miss nursing school. I want to get back to it. And my daughter. she's
You
good as well.
found it?
all right, so we're gonna get it done August 12th, okay?
Thank
All right, thank you.
All right. You guys want to take a break?
Email me.
Yeah. You can give it a foot massage.
After October, because we don't have a part, can't they MacGyver it?
They're gonna try.
DeLeon, you do work around the house.
Yes.
They're gonna try to fix that door. They say if they don't have the part, it's not gonna be fixed till October. Can't you and the state and the interns MacGyver that door? All right, so.
Have an awesome set of tools.
All right, Lombardo. Where is she?
She's here.
Let me give this discovery document. Or my file was.
Yes.
All right, you were late. Why?
Yes, ma'am. I was on my way here. There was an accident on I-10. I took an Uber here. There's no really good excuse, you know what I mean?
All right, so you cannot be late anymore.
Yes,
This
ma'am.
is not your first time being late.
Yes, ma'am.
If you're late again, what's gonna end up happening is you're gonna be placed in the box. Do you understand?
Yes, I do.
Okay. All right, Miss Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
state on Lombardi, these are drug cases. She was scheduled for a jury trial in impact court. And for some reason, this file did not come back to the court. So Ms. Ferguson, make sure that when people are sent to impact court,
Yes, ma'am.
if they don't go to trial, that case needs to be set immediately the next day in this court so we can give them a jury trial date. All right, on this case, state, are you all able to have this in impact court?
I think we-
Check, make sure the witnesses were available, but I mean, it should be, it's a drug case, so it should be that difficult.
And we were just retained on this. Not yesterday.
I mean, this case has been around since April.
So the previous attorney filed a motion to withdraw. You denied the motion to withdraw, told her to hire another attorney. We were hired Monday,
Mhm.
maybe Sunday evening. So we haven't had access to discovery or anything like that.
All right, confer with the state and get your discovery and
Oh.
then we'll approach.
Okay.
All right, thank you. I see you made it out. All right. Yeah. All right, everyone, we're gonna take a short recess.
We approached it.
Yes.
So this is on my client that we're gonna plead now,
Mhm.
but I filed a motion for an investigator who I've had working on the case since
Sure.
the inception.
Okay.
And even though there were only 16 videos, some of them were rather large.
Oh, just
So-
one moment.
Because
Yeah.
it's weird in a world where both your parents are gone.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all get there, but you don't think of it that way until it.
Till it happens. Oh, no. You know what? My thing is I try to spend as much time as possible. And I'm convincing mom, she and I are going on a trip together. We are going to Italy. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to see the Vatican. So that's our plan.
That sounds great.
So we're going to get in shape and we're going to be walking and we're just going to enjoy it.
Don't worry about shape. Just,
Yeah. Well, you know what? You know how I get my mom to travel with me if she says she's not going? I always tell her, well, I guess I'll just go by myself. We'll see what happens. Maybe something. She's like, I can't let my baby go by herself. All right, are you ready on your card? If you have to come forward, please. All right, so where are we on discovery things?
So they've provided me the discovery acknowledgement. We just got hired on Sunday. Our notice of appearance was filed first thing Monday morning.
Okay, so where are we on discovery?
Well, so I can't access it yet. I mean, I can't even download but they've uploaded and now I can access it, but we have not been able to. It's physically impossible to review all of that and make sure that we have what they're asking me to sign. So I can't sign a discovery acknowledgement.
State, have you uploaded all of the discovery?
Everything previous to Mr. Locke being.
All right, and is there anything unusual about this drug case where there should be some weird discovery that's out there?
Not that I'm aware of, Judge. No.
All right. All right, Ms. Ferguson,
Yes, ma'am.
on this case, set it for a jury trial date within 30 days.
Give me 1 second. Number 3rd.
All right, September 3rd is going to be your jury trial date and your plea deadline date. Do not be late for court. If you're late for court, a warrant is going to be issued. Do you understand? All right. All right, once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
What's the situation with, we have Mr. Morrison also on the docket.
Well, one step at a time. You want to make sure she gets her reset form so she can leave? Oh, can I see the file on Virginia Center again? There's something I didn't write on the docket.
Yes, ma'am.
And then Norma on Kimberly Bush's client. Do you already recall that for tomorrow or this afternoon?
It's up to you. You want to do it for this afternoon?
No, let's put it for, tomorrow. Deputy Laura, can you have him come out? And we can, yes, and we can let him know.
He needs a translator.
Is he Spanish?
Yes.
All right, can you let him know that we're gonna recall him for tomorrow and that his attorney is unable to appear due to transportation issues?
Judge, I just gave you the docket. Can you add it on instead of having me reprint it?
Sure.
Thank you. Mark, can you just add it to the record? Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And could I see his file, Norma?
Yes. Maria has it. She has to take a remover and.
Don't be over here. For a second. Can you do it? It's for a quarter.
All right, Christopher Morrison. All right, this is your request for a jury trial, correct?
Yes.
All right. Norma,
Yes, ma'am.
are you able to put this on the same date as Ms. Labardo, please?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so we're gonna bring you back for jury trial on September 3rd.
Yes, ma'am.
We can't try your case today because we're currently in a jury trial.
I-
All right. Thank you for always dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you for complimenting me on it. It means a lot.
Oh, all right. So we're gonna recall you back on September 3rd. And defense, I'll make that his jury trial date and his plea deadline date.
Perfect. Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, once you sign the reset form, you excuse, make sure you included your email address on the reset form, okay?
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
No, we're not in trial right now. We're waiting for a verdict. Okay.
All right. So Deputy Laura, once we finish with the plea, then we're just waiting for the jurors.
No. Mm-mm. I have to do the docket already. Do you want me to set it for Monday? Kind of give you some time.
Oh, and then let me show you the emails that I received so you can see what I'm usually working on. All right, so what ends up happening is when people are placed on probation, if they violate their terms of probation, then probation will send notification to the state. And then if the state wants them to be revoked, the state will send these documents to me through probation. And so what ends up happening, for example, it'll tell me what the person is on probation for. And then it'll tell me what they failed to do. And so, as you can see here, they're saying that this person didn't complete their UAs. They're not employed. I always require everybody who's on probation on this court to have employment. They didn't report. They're driving without a valid driver's license. And they didn't do their community service hours. And they haven't obtained their GED. So, and then they'll tell me different things about them. And I always require field visits. So that's another way for the officers to keep in contact with them to see if they're doing well. And as you can see, they're saying that they've tried to do field visits,
today's
the
number?
person didn't show.
1:30 or?
No.
And so there's something going on with this person. I don't know if they've started using again or what's going on. Because as you can see here, these are the classes that they've completed.
September 3rd.
Okay.
Or third. And so sometimes when people complete these classes, sometimes they may fall off the wagon, but I'm gonna have them come in here so we can figure out what's going on.
Or the impact on August 12th.
And so they're requesting that a motion to revoke be filed. And so I can ask that a motion to revoke be filed. And if it's filed, I can ask that they appear by summons, which means they wouldn't have a warrant for their arrest, but they will be given a date to appear. Now, whether or not I have them appear by summons, that depends on certain things. One, I'll consider, okay, does this person have children? Are they the sole caretaker for their child? What's happening with that? Or is it something where maybe I'm not going to revoke them? Because sometimes it's, all right, somebody tested for marijuana. Sometimes with a positive for marijuana, you just need to get people's attention and tell them, hey, you can't smoke marijuana on probation. Or sometimes maybe they tested positive for alcohol. You can't drink while you're on probation, whether it's a DWI or whatever it is. You're not allowed to drink alcohol on probation. You're not allowed to do marijuana. Of course, they have the medical marijuana, but you would have to get compassionate use and have that signed by a doctor saying, you need the marijuana and this is why you need it. And it have to be done through prescription. So as you can see, this is what this person is charged with. And that's a 3rd-degree felony. So the range of punishment for that is anywhere from 2 to 10 years. But because they're on community supervision, their liability is limited by what the plea bargain agreement is. So on this case, I'd have to look at the judgment and the stipulations to see what they've agreed to, but they may be limited to only a 5-year sentence. It just really depends. So on this one, I'm going to go ahead and sign it. And I'm not going to do a summons. Now, this is the second amended. So what that means is the state filed a motion to revoke. And they think, okay, we have everything we're going to put in the motion to revoke. But then maybe probation discovers they've done something else. So then they do a first amended one and they'll add different things other than what was in the previous motion. On this case, this is the second amendment. So that means they have the regular motion to revoke, the first amendment, and the second amended. And they add different things. And so this one, they're saying not testing, using drugs, not reporting. So they've added all of this. And see, this was the first amendment and what was on it. And that's a new number 1. Whenever you hear people say new number 1s, you should know that that's the person is alleged to have picked up a new offense. So in the motion to revoke, when they're doing their contracts, you'll have a list of all the different conditions. And each one of those conditions has a number associated. So whenever somebody is alleged to have violated number 1, you know that's with regards to vehicles. Usually number 4 and number 5, that sometimes that has something to do with reporting. And so you see here, number 4, not reporting. And then they're adding this, another violation. So on this one, I'm gonna sign it. I'm gonna sign it, and what's gonna happen is a warrant is gonna be issued for their arrest, and they're gonna be picked up wherever they are on that warrant, and they're gonna have to make a bond. If they don't make a bond, they'll be brought over from the jail and we'll have their hearing there. So when you see somebody who hasn't reported since that time, that means also they haven't reported for August or anything. So the number 1 rules in my court is you need to report your probation so that they can know what you're doing. And so this one, they're saying hadn't reported May, June, July. And then this one is telling me here they have a new arrest for a possession case. Penalty group 1. When they do it like this, I don't know what the weight is. So I don't know if that's a first-degree felony, second-degree felony, third-degree state jail. Because the only thing they must put in the motion to revoke is give enough information so that the defendant will be put on notice what they're alleging he did wrong. And because this is penalty group 1, it could be cocaine, it could be heroin, it could be meth. We don't know. But they'll have to prove that up if they're proceeding with a charge. And then it's saying they didn't show up for their drug test. And normally when people don't show up for the drug test, it's because they're gonna test, they think they're gonna test positive. See, and this, they're saying this is his first. They're like, he's been struggling with reporting. Last reported July 19th. And see, it's the thing, when he doesn't have employment, what's the excuse for not reporting? Those are all things that I think about. So we're gonna file a motion and we'll address that. So that's what happened. So as you can see, when I tell people there are so many emails, I have so many emails and I go through them every day. And even though I'm going through them every single day I still get about 200, 250 emails. And I make sure I answer everyone before close of business day. And I try to answer them by 3 because I know sometimes people are waiting on it. So that's what we do. Yeah. And when Michelle comes back, yeah. Mhm. It's hard. And some of it just become like spam. You're just like, Norma,
Yes, yes.
why do I have Lana Ganal?
That's the violation report that just you recalled from yesterday.
Oh, okay. All right, and have you spoken with Miss Garza?
Yes, she was actually out of town, but I told her to have her client here. Judge.
All right, and is he here?
I don't think he's here, Judge, but he was supposed to be here yesterday.
All right, well, I will, when the clock strikes noon, I'll make a ruling. So these are violation reports. Those come from pretrial services. And pretrial services is in place when someone's on bond. And so they have to report to the pretrial services officer. So if one of their conditions is a drug test, then they drug test through pretrial services. That person has a violation report from pretrial services. They're alleging different allegations. And when there's a report for pretrial services, I like to email the pretrial service officer to say, hey, are you still saying this person is not in compliance? Then I'll set it for a hearing and give the person a chance to come in. So that case was set on August 6th. The defendant didn't appear. And so I asked for it to be recalled today.
I like people like that.
You don't know your son's SIC number? Are you Mr. Mark Rios? Your son does not have a pending case. They're closed. Keep going.
For that assault.
He doesn't have anything in county court. He doesn't have nothing pending. He's not in jail. It's been closed. He has no case pending.
Yeah.
No, he was not on bond.
Yeah.
He hadn't gone to court.
It's closed.
But there were when it goes all. Okay.
Thank you. Oh, no, I know Victoria.
I mean.
Yeah.
Where's your son and dad? He's not in jail.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sorry about that.
Can you tell him to don't come to the way? Talk to the guy.
Yeah, sure.
The paperwork on Cristobal Gomez. I apologize. He's changed. So Judge, we were gonna work out, we had worked out a plea bargain on Cristobal Gomez. He's now changed his mind and he wants a trial.
All right, can I see the file on Mr. Gomez, please? All right, Mr. Gomez, if you come down, please. All right, Mr. Gomez, it's the court's understanding that you wish to have a jury trial.
Yes, and I'd like to have another lawyer too, please.
Are you going to hire an attorney?
No, I'd like to.
Well, let me just tell you something.
Yes, ma'am.
If you want another attorney, you need to hire another attorney. I've been a defense attorney, I've been a prosecutor, and this is what I've discovered based on my experience. Defendants will receive an offer from their attorney. Ethically, their attorney must give them that offer. In this court, I require that the state make an offer, put an offer in the file. You can think that offer is, ridiculous. I always tell people, don't say that. Listen, put on your listening ears. You can think the offer is ridiculous. That's fine. I always tell people, let's not say that. Let's be kind to each other. So once an offer is tendered to you, you have a choice. You can accept the offer. If you accept it, then we'll do a plea. You can reject the offer and say, I'm not accepting this. I'm not accepting anything. Or you can make a counter offer. You can tell your attorney, look, I won't accept this, but I'll accept A or B. That's still a rejection of the state's offer, and it's a counter offer. Your attorney can take that to the state. The state can think it's a ridiculous offer, but again, I like for people to be kind to each other, so I'm hoping they would not say it's a ridiculous offer. They would probably just say, no, the only thing we're offering him is A. We're not going to offer him B. There's no way we're offering him B. Once your attorney brings that information back to you, you can make an informed decision on whether or not you want to go to trial. If you want to go to trial, then we will give you a trial. But this is the attorney that has been appointed to represent you. If you wish to have an attorney of your choice, you can do so. You just need to hire them. So what's going to end up happening is you're coming back on Monday for your jury trial. We're currently in a trial, so I cannot accommodate you today. Do you understand? Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not consider any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you'll have to plead open to the court. Do you understand? All right, we will bring you back for trial on Monday. You're welcome.
And Judge, there's just one other issue I've
Yes.
heard with the state. And I mentioned that there's a whole bunch of videos in the case, but there were 2 ring videos.
Mhm.
It's my understanding, based on reviewing the videos, that the alleged victim's cousin owns the house.
Mhm.
And he provided the ring videos.
Okay.
In the video, he also said that they keep all their videos. In this case, there may be other videos that are required, so
Mhm.
I've inquired of the state to possibly obtain those.
Okay.
I'll have my investigator subpoena also, but usually it's faster when the state obtains
Okay.
those.
And has your client had a chance to view the ring video?
I've shown him two of them, yes, Judge,
Okay, all right.
which are the two ring videos that the state has.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
See you on Monday.
All right, thanks. Oh, State, did you need to take back your steps?
Yes, Judge. Please check.
Thank you. All right, and with that being said, we're gonna take our lunch break.
Judge, that's what I was gonna ask, if we're taking a break, does that mean that they're at least not stopped, and they can stop deliberating?
Oh, no,
or-
they're gonna continue to deliberate. Food will be brought to them.
Okay, I was just gonna see if the family can go get something to eat.
Yes, we won't do anything until all parties are back.
Okay,
Of course, if they have a question.
right, no,
Yes.
we'll be available.
But
I just
as
want to
far
make sure
as-
that they can go get to eat like 1 hour.
No, sure. As far as taking a verdict, the court will not take a verdict until all parties are
Okay.
present.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. So I will make sure y'all are within walking
Oh, yeah.
distance. So
I'll
if
be at my
there's,
office.
all right, so if there's a question, we'll take that matter up. All right, thank you.
You did the preliminary.